Don't worry, you wouldn't do that for a while.
So what do you guys trade with normally?
We trade the different currency pairs, right? So everything that you saw up over here. So down here we've got like the
Like, who do we trade with?
Aussie, USD Swiss franc, USD Japanese yen. Like these are all the instruments, right? All the currency.
And so you just do single trades at a time, or you were saying multiple trades if possible?
Well,
We do
it's
single at a time. Like, you know
Single
what?
at a time.
Anybody who's doing like 2 trades at the same time, like I really don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Right? Manage the one trade, get that one taken care of, then take the next trade. If you're looking at a USD Swiss franc and you're looking at a Euro USD and you're in both those trades, just not a good idea.
And so you with like an online, like a broker over the phone or online?
online.
So you're wearing a headset microphone,
Okay.
right? And you're just like the same way, like that we're talking over here is pretty much the same thing.
Huh.
The only thing is we're all at our own places, and like I said, it's early morning, so we're all pretty squirrely, especially those of us on the West Coast. Everyone on the East Coast, they're like, they're
Like
not,
3 hours ahead.
they're all like, they're pumped. They're 7, 8 o'clock in the morning for them, and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning for us. But I mean, typically like with us, 6 a.m. is good enough,
Okay.
right? So
And so the forex is open. It's always
it's
24 hours, right? Yeah.
24/7, 6 days a week.
Stock is 6.5 hours only,
5 and
right?
a half essentially, yeah. But we're going to be starting our 11 o'clock at night room too.
Okay.
There's a lot of volume in the forex. Stocks is how much, like 3 billion a day in stocks
Yeah.
for volume, and then forex is between 3 and 4 trillion. So there's a lot of money that floats around on the markets.
It's got its, fast times, peak times, and slower times, but it's like
So was the peak sort of like you said, like 6 till
6 till 8.
6 till 8?
Even
Okay.
even
There,
after 8 a.m. Like
at
we're even
night.
thinking about doing like an 8 to 10 a.m. in
Yeah.
the morning. because
I've
those
caught
markets are
some pretty good movement in the afternoon. Sometimes just
Yeah,
messing
the
around.
Asian session. Lisa's
Yeah.
been trading the Asian session, and she's been
It's
picking
like at our time, like at
4
1 or
o'clock.
something, 4 or something, and it's just going well. Things are moving pretty good, so.
So does everyone pretty much trade together between 6 and 8 a.m.?
Yeah.
Is
At
that-
6 and 8, like everyone's there. Like that's a super.
And then after, okay.
Yeah, and the good thing with that, Alex, is you're taking the trades that we call out together as a team. Like Jonathan was talking about before, like it's pretty difficult to be disciplined, especially when you're making money,
Right.
right? Because you're like, wow, I just made 10 pips, and that 10 pips could be worth $1,000. You're like, well, maybe I can make another 10 pips and make another $1,000. The next thing you know, you just lost 10 pips.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, no, I just had a G and I lost it, right? So that's why it's so important to be disciplined, take the trades that we call it as a team, and just really compound over the long term, right? And by doing it this way, it just really guarantees your success, right? Because fact of the matter is more than 90%, I'd have to say 95% of people that enter the forex market, they fail.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they lose their entire principal in the first 30 days, if not the first week.
How about that guy that I think become a millionaire doing that?
Yeah.
When you
Yeah,
saying
he's
that,
one of
right?
my students,
One
yeah.
of your
Yeah.
students, but he become cocky, right?
He became very cocky, stopped trading stopped using a stop loss. So,
Left trades.
Always.
yeah. So no stop loss, and it's really important to follow the rules. And we actually have something that's called a consistency challenge, and it's just a little incentive. Just for following the rules, for only taking the trades that we call out together as a team in the room. We take everybody to Mexico once a year. We do monthly prizes.
What are you guys averaging monthly, roughly?
We do 10 pips a day typically.
What does that equal out to like?
So I mean, 10 pips. Like if you
ROI.
have say $2,000 in your account,
Okay.
and
Bring on
you're
the calculator.
trading 3 lots, right? Or say you're trading 5 lots, that's worth $5 a pip. So
Okay.
if you did 10 pips that day, that's worth $50, right? However, I mean, as you're compounding, and now you got say $10,000 in your account, right? Now you're trading 5% of that. Now you could be trading say 15, 20 lots, right? So now it could be worth $20 per pip, right? So now that 10 pips is worth a little bit more. It's worth $200 now, right?
It's like
One of their rules is you can only risk 5%, like Alex was saying. Yeah, you can only risk 5% of your total
up to
account.
maximum. You don't have to risk all.
Yeah.
And
But I mean,
2% if
on
you
these short-term trades, we ask you to do 5% or don't do it at all.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. I didn't trade their stuff. Like I traded before futures and stuff. So I used most of my but I've been using their strategies and systems because it's very close. I use some other oscillators and stuff. But I decided I'm just going to trade using these EMAs and stuff like that, and what I'm seeing and all that. And I put my account up 30% trading $1. I traded 1 mini lot all week. I stayed disciplined and just said 1 mini lot. That's it. I'm not putting on 2. I'm not putting on 5. I'm going to put on 1, and I'm gonna see what happens, and I'm gonna try and grab pips. Now, I spent a lot of time behind the computer because I fought through some bad times and stuff because I was making my own mistakes, right? But I was catching a lot of things, and I came out 30% ahead at the end of the week.
That's a big league, Alex.
Yeah, and I put hours in, buddy.
Right.
I put hours. I don't want to put the hours in I put in.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, because I was getting stopped out a few
Right.
times, right? I was going boom, boom, because I wasn't cutting my loss faster.
Yeah.
So that's what I learned about myself this week. Was, hey, it's going ugly on me.
Get out.
Get out now. Get out at 5 pips. Don't take it to the 15, right? So that's my biggest lesson I learned this week that I wrote in my journal was that, and I wrote myself a whole page of. You slap myself. You don't have to take me into the ring. I just slap myself around.
That's not what I taught him to put in his journal.
It's all her fault. Yeah. But no, it was impressive because I'd go in the room, and that was the other hard part. I've just spent the last, 2 weeks maybe? Third week in the room?
Superstar.
Getting up at 4 in the morning, like forcing myself. Like Wednesday night, I went mountain biking with my buddies, so I didn't get home till 9:30. I didn't go to bed till 11. I drank a couple of beers. And I got my ass out of, I didn't get my ass out of bed till 4:35. I was just like, oh, okay. But I caught a few hours of it, right? So I learned what they're doing. Heard the trades. Heard that stuff pulled off. And I just pick them off in a demo. Because I'm trying to do your consistency thing, right? So I'm only doing it in a demo first. And I'll play my own money on my own way, in my own time sort of thing. But the time's coming where it'll be the real money. And my goal is to get those 50 pips a day and get in that third account every day, right? Within that trade room, and I've heard enough. I've seen it. It is possible, but it's just taken me a little bit of time to grasp everything you guys are doing in there, right?
Yeah.
Because it's subtle. It's subtle. You really got to know your guys' playbook, right?
Yeah.
I got to get better, stronger at his playbook. And that's what I want, because these guys are successful, man. And if I can be part of that, that's just fantastic, because then we'll all be.
What I love about Alex as well is like he was trading before, and typically, like especially somebody who's traded forex specifically, it's really difficult for us to really unteach
Yeah.
the bad habits. But I mean, Alex, he was just so open-minded, came in and just really learned our culture and our system, right, which is really good. And same thing with you as well, Shane. We're like, no, just tell me what to do and I'll do it, right? Whereas others, it's just like they just refuse to wrap it on their head. And there's one gentleman that was part of our team for a while, and he told me straight up, he goes, Rich, I just can't do it. I have a hard time just taking 10 pips, right? I see 40 pips, so I need to take it. And I'm like, hey bro, that's cool. It's not for everybody, right? But I mean, at the end of the day, how are you doing? How are your results?
Well, and that's the thing I like. You say do that in your third account.
Yeah.
Do that in your fourth account.
Exactly.
Like when you showed me that, because I was a single account trader. I still am a single account trader at this time. But once I develop my skills through what they're teaching me, yeah, money's going in 1, 2, 3. I'm going to learn how to switch accounts super fast, because that's another mechanical thing that you have to do. This is all the stuff I'm learning. It's like, okay, how do I get to account 2 now? Oh yeah, I got to go bam, 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 bam. I want it to be second nature, right? Like when I ride a mountain bike, I shut the brain off and I ride. You have, you're in your element, right? Me and my buddy talk about this. We go, you can't think of anything else about what you're doing when you're screaming down a mountain and, rocks and trees are in your way and stuff and stunts like that, like a free ride, all the North Shore stuff, I can show you videos of stuff we do. You look in the wrong spot, and it's much like this. You're wiping out, or you're crashing into trees, or you relax one way, you're done, right? So these guys got a good thing. I'll get there.
I have a question, Rich. My question is, if you live in
What do you get that for?
Japan, Philippines, India, can you join the Teach Me Forex?
Absolutely, it's all over the world. That's the beauty with forex, Jonathan. It's international.
You haven't done
I mean, the great thing about some of those countries that you said, it's actually you get trading hours out there.
Uh-huh.
Where, in North America, specifically on the Pacific West Coast, we got to be 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. Whereas out in India, it's during the day. Philippines, it's during the day. It's the afternoon. Right? So it's actually even, some might even say it's more advantageous to be out in the neck of the woods.
Okay. What is your vision to the company?
But
There you go. Vision.
My vision for our company is quite simply to have, create the largest team of successful currency traders in the world. Simple as that. Make a difference in people's lives. Right? So they actually have control of their financial future.
Thank you.
No problem. Hey, buddy! What's going on? Rich, how are you? Good to see you.
Just finished walking on.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Say hi to the crew over here, Fuddy. We got Alex over here. That's one of the coaches, Stacy. Future coach Alex. Superstar Michael. And the one and only, you gotta shake his hand over here.
Yeah, he always come here and he's always here sometimes when we help each other when we cannot answer the questions.
So, Fuddy, do you have a headset mic? You got a microphone? Headset microphone at home?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So basically, Stacy's going to start doing a room at 7 p.m. at night, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
So if you can come in those rooms at that time, that'd be fantastic. You work during the day though, right?
Yeah, but like on Sunday I'm finished 7 or 7:30, 6:30.
Oh, I
Like
see.
today I'm like just finished work on my own.
I understand. Okay.
So I told her.
Yeah, if there's 7 o'clock would just be fantastic. Like even like 2 days a week, if you can just some way somehow make sure that you can be in the room by 7 o'clock, it'll be so good for you. So it'll get you ready, right, for the superstar room. Yeah, and same thing with you too. Like get in there and really, all of us should be in these rooms, especially in the beginning, right? This is like an ultimate, once you go, be successful, right? That's why we're doing this. So learn it, understand it inside out, and then watch the results. It's gonna be cool.